On tap, Union Jack. Hi, my name is James Knott, and this is your Better Beer Authority. We have received this beer from a friend of the show, Brad Pork Slapper Allen. Union Jack IPA is an American IPA that comes in at 7.5% ABV and 70 IBUs. It is brewed by Firestone Walker Brewing Company in Paso Robles, California, which was founded in 1996 by brother-in-laws Adam Firestone and David Walker. The beer is brewed with Magnum, Cascade, and Centennial hops and dry hopped for Aroma with Amarillo, Cascade, Centennial, Citrus, Chinook, and Simcoe. Whew! Overall, they use 4 pounds of hops per barrel. The brewery recommends storing this unpasteurized ale in a dark place at 44 degrees Fahrenheit. Try to drink it within 120 days of the bottling date. Ours was bottled October 31st, 2012, and we were doing our blind taste test February 25th, 2013, just within the freshest state. Let the blind taste test begin. Chef, how would you describe this beer to the people at home?
You know, I think that this is a nice, again, it's a nice pale ale. It's got some hop characteristics. It's got a little bit of mixture. Mostly, I think it's more floral than citrus, but you can pull out a hint of citrus and nice caramely. It's got a little bit more kind of redder amber in color. So,
Joey, please describe the aroma.
James, I think I get a lot of alcohol. Well, not a lot, but I get some alcohol in the nose of this. So I feel like it's, you know, as Chef was saying, you know, it's probably an IPA. I might even go a step, you know, higher than that, like maybe an Imperial IPA, like Kevin and I were talking about. Actually, Kevin said it, but I'm stealing his thunder. So, but I mean, it's got like, you know, a hoppy aroma. It's definitely
Would you say a strong hop aroma?
Not on the nose. I don't think so. Not on the nose. It's not. I mean, if it was dry hopped, it probably wasn't aggressively dry hopped. And if it was, you know, it might be lacking. But again, it's you can tell on the nose it's an IPA. But other than that, it's just kind of, you know, IPA nose.
Yeah. Would you agree that this is an IPA?
Absolutely. I'd agree with it. By the way, James, first I got to congratulate you on joining Team Combo for the mountain bike racing this year. So regarding the beer, you know, again, it's good. I would drink it again, but nothing really sets it apart. So again, you get the hops, but you don't get any real uniqueness. It drinks easy. You do taste a little bit of the alcohol, like Joby said, but there's just nothing in there to say that this is different than something else out there today.
All right, well, let's get some quick ratings because I want to reveal the beer. Chef, what's your ratings?
I'm gonna give it a 7. I think this is a pretty good drinkable beer. It's got some nice hop notes to it. It's got good drinkability.
Okay. Joby?
I'm at a 6, James. I go back to the wow factor, and I just think this is a run-of-the-mill IPA for me. Nothing that's going to make me go out to the next state or anything to get this. But again, you know, it's a good drinkable IPA.
Okay, and Kevin?
I'd give it a 7. It's good. I like it. If I went to a restaurant and they had it, I'd be happy to see it on the menu and order it. Is what I'm guessing is, you know, nothing more than a 7% alcohol beer. But like Joey said, there's not a wow factor. There's just not a lot that maybe set it apart. That has something of similar style, and what I'm guessing some of my favorite beers might be similar to this, then I'm probably going to continue to reach for those.
Okay. Well, the reason why I wanted to hurry to the reveal, we have Firestone Walker Union Jack. So this is a pretty exceptional IPA, actually. But I guess this is one of those ones where it's kind of a lesson in getting it super fresh because they put 4 pounds of hops in each barrel on this one. And I would expect a lot more on the nose. I mean, we're reviewing it only like 3 days under the expiration of the freshness date. For the people at home, I mean, that's definitely one of the challenges for us is like getting these beers and making sure they're fresh. And if you are at the store, make sure you check to see if there's a bottling date. If there's not a bottling date, tell the brewer you want one. so you can know where it's at. As we've seen from like beers like Stone and Joy by IPA, I mean, I could tell with Stone and Joy by IPA just from when we reviewed it, when, you know, the week it came out to 30 days later, I could tell a difference. So this is, you know,
yeah, I think, I mean,
100 days later.
You're looking at, yeah, this was bottled on 10/31/2012 at 4:54 p.m. Which is great that they put this on there, but at the same time, I mean, yeah, we're talking, yeah, it's 4.5 months later, and we're just not getting that flavor. If you're saying 4 pounds of hops added to each barrel, I mean, we're not getting any aroma on it. I mean, it's very, very muted comparatively for 4 pounds of hops that's added to it. You do get some nice hop characteristic in the taste, but nothing that knocks your socks off. I mean, it's good, but
you get the resin on the tongue, but you didn't get the aroma.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
I think it would be a lot better if we drank this as a fresh beer.
So the 4 pounds of hops was added afterwards for dry hopping?
Well, the total per barrel, so bittering and then finishing and then dry hopping. If you add all that up, it's 4 pounds per barrel.
That's a lot.
And I do want to say to Pork Slapper at home, we really appreciate you sending this, but I just needed to point that out because I think people should go out and try this beer. Yeah. If you can get your hands on it, go out and try it. But they go out of their way to put a bottling date on it. So make sure you check that bottling date. And when you're being judgmental about it, make sure that you know that it's fresh first. But I mean, as it is, I think it's pretty drinkable, Kevin.
Again, like I said, I would drink it again. I'm happy to see it on the menu. I'd be even more curious to try it fresh and see what I thought. I'd get a little more the smell and concentrate. Alcohol is 7.5%. So right is where I thought, about 7.
You called your shot, man. You were right.
But yeah, I mean, good beer, but based on the data and what we were tasting blind, it is lacking the aroma we were hoping for.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with Kevin. I mean, seeing the bottle now and hearing about it and knowing the 4 pounds of hop, you know, if I had that information beforehand, I probably would have gone with a little higher rating. And if we would have had it fresh, and it probably would taste a little sweeter and a little, you know, fresher, that would probably driven up the rating as well. So
the beauty of the blind taste test.
Absolutely.
I still stick with my rating of 7. I think, but I do think that if we would have had a fresh beer, this would have been a lot higher for all three of us. I mean, we're big into those strongly hopped IPAs, and I think that this would get a higher rating on it. I think that, again, that complexity of flavors when you add those hops, and especially if you're adding that many hops, that complexity of flavors would have been so much better. Right now, all we're getting is kind of a muddled floral flavor with a very short finish to it. But again, next to nothing on the nose. I mean, there is some aroma, but not a dry hopped aroma like you're expecting. So,
all right, Firestone Walker Union Jack IPA gets a 6.7 on the BBA scale with an asterisk. That's what we think. What do you think? You know, by the way, while I'm here, maybe the freshness date needs to be moved up, because if someone's getting that and thinks it's still fresh, I don't know. I'm just saying. Just talking. Whatever. Don't hate me. I'm short. I'm James Knott, and this is your Better Beer Authority.
Better Beer Authority.